Hello, dear elephant lovers. Welcome back to another caring and compassionate treatment mission, carried out to save an injured female elephant. This elephant was first noticed by a kind villager, who saw her limping around the village in pain. He kept a close watch on the elephant and ensured she was safe until the veterinary and wildlife conservation officials arrived at the location. Out of kindness, he even fed the elephant and kept her near the village. At the same time, he informed the Wildlife Conservation Office about her poor condition. As soon as the call was received, the wildlife conservation officials informed the veterinary office regarding the incident. Elephants are unquestionably among the most intelligent animals on the planet. How intelligent are elephants? They have the biggest brains of any other land mammal. Elephants can convey a wide range of complicated emotions, decide the safest methods to reach a location, and they've even been seen to use tools in unusually complex methods. Elephants can easily figure out a variety of things.
කොහෙද කොහෙද අලියා හා
As you can see, this elephant broke the elephant fence with the intention of entering the forest, but stayed there because the kind villager stopped it from entering the forest. This villager has no intention to harm the poor animal. He is trying to help the animal heal soon.
Hey, hey, මොකද කරන්නේ? Hey, yeah, go. Yeah.
When the officials reached the location, the dedicated team of veterinary officials, which included an experienced veterinary doctor and wildlife conservation officials, rushed to the location with the necessary equipment and medicine. The villagers provided great support in locating the elephant. They even explained to the officials the elephant's normal behavior and habits. Even though elephants have been known to behave aggressively towards the villagers and damage their agricultural lands, people have always treated these animals with kindness and respect. Upon visual inspection, the doctor verified that an awful snare trap was the cause of the wound. So, the officials decided to remove the wire that was wrapped around its leg and start treating it right away. The safest and most effective method to sedate the animals is to use a tranquilizer gun from a distance. This method minimizes stress and possible harm to both the elephant and the people involved. The officials had to wait for about 20 minutes until the elephant was fully sedated. After the elephant was completely sedated, veterinary officials approached the animals to start treating the injured leg. Now let's treat the elephant's wound. Based on the majority of our viewers' requests, we have added the step-by-step procedure of treating the wound on the elephant to the video. An official covered the elephant's eyes using a cloth to avoid any aggressive behavior while the treatment process was carried out. As the first step, the team started to cut the wire that was wrapped around its leg. The wire that is wrapped around the leg is extremely tight. The snare had to cut deep into the poor elephant's skin and flesh, and the wire was already covered by newly grown flesh and tissues that had grown over the wound, resulting in a swelling. Because of this, the officials had to spend a long time trying to remove it. Even though the wire was pulled, it did not come out, so they had to make a careful cut to take it out more easily. At the same time, the povidone iodine solution was applied to the wound to remove any germs accumulated around the wounded area. Now that navigates us to a question. What are these snare traps? How do these poor animals fall victim to these cruel devices? Snare traps are widely used by some cruel villagers due to the fact that these traps are easy to set up and inexpensive. They are wire or cable nooses that have been attached somewhere in the forest or on agricultural land. If an animal runs or walks across the trap, the noose tightens around its body, neck, or leg, stopping it from escaping. These traps are generally used for capturing small animals like pigs, rabbits, and porcupines. It may be easy and effective to construct and use, but it is clearly not a good act. Using these snares is illegal. While the main purpose of these traps is to prevent animals from damaging crops or capturing small animals for bushmeat, these traps may harm unintended victims like elephants. While elephants can escape the trap, breaking the anchor edge, leaving the wire entangled in their leg, these injuries may result in severe infections and tragic consequences, like as death or serious injury. Most of the time, these injured animals are discovered many weeks after being injured, which may escalate the problem even more. Luckily, this poor animal was noticed at the right time. Otherwise, its leg could have been separated from this area. Deep investigations are being carried out in order to capture individuals who commit these illegal acts. Not only that, but the government has implemented strict rules for protecting these poor animals. And, in the meantime, wildlife conservation experts organize awareness campaigns around the region to teach people about the awful consequences of such selfish and cruel actions. After a great effort, the officials were able to finally remove the wire that was wrapped around the leg. After confirming that the wire around the leg is completely removed, negacent powder is applied onto the treated wound. At the same time, the povidone iodine solution was injected through a syringe. Now, a team of officials injects the necessary dosage of antibiotics, multivitamins, painkillers, and anti-inflammatory drugs intramuscularly The dosages of this medicine are decided by the veterinary doctor based on the body weight and the health condition of the animal. That has brought us to the end of this video. The revival drug was administered. This treatment session would bring complete recovery for the animal. Now this elephant is able to join its herd. We would like to thank all of our viewers, the villager who notified us about this poor animal at the correct time, the veterinary doctor, the veterinary officials, the wildlife conservation officials, and all the others who were involved in this treatment mission. A ranger officer was appointed to monitor the animal's progress. Join us once again as we share another valuable story of how we rescued a precious life.
Ini gini.